Hello everyone, welcome back to the video. Today we're going to do a 25,000 mile review on my Ford Focus ZX5 Hatchback. I've had this car for about exactly 11 months now. Bought in November last year. Bought it with 175,000 miles on it, and it is about to crash on this little drive home we're going to be doing. It's going to be a short 4.5 mile drive home. Currently got 199,995 on it. I just got her some brand new tires for a 200,000 milestone. Didn't spend a lot of money. I mean, it is a basically a 22-year-old car with 200,000 miles on it. So I'm not gonna put Michelin's or Goodyear's or anything like that. I put some brand called Douglas Performance. You know, for 81 bucks a tire, good enough for me. 50,000 mile warranty. It's all I need. After all, this is my gig car, so I do all my side jobs on. So I had this car for 11 months, bought it 175,000, just over. In fact, cracked 200,000 miles. So I put 25,000 miles in 11 months. And considering I only do my gig stuff part-time for about 8 months of the year, that's still a lot of miles. So anyway, it is a 4-cylinder 2-liter Z-Tech engine, 5-speed manual transmission. That's right, I'm old school. Bucket seats. It has AC that needs to be recharged. It's got cruise control. It's got power windows, locks and mirrors. No sunroof. Regular rear view mirror. In a nutshell, the guy who had this car before me took real good care of it. This was a one-owner car, and it was serviced by a Ford dealer its entire time. And I know it because I still got, remember the old-time service manuals, maintenance books. They stamp it saying your car was serviced. Well, I called up the Ford dealer that was servicing it, because after a while he went to the computer and says, "Can you verify this VIN number if it has been maintained?" And he verified everything. Car was garaged, and it has been a gem for me. I mean, other than stuff like oil changes and fluid changes and tires and brakes, the biggest repair I had to do was a wiring harness on my front passenger headlight. That's been it. Cost me like $175, so I can't complain. Gets about average about 26, 27 miles of mixed driving, as much as 34 miles per gallon highway, which is pretty good for back in 2002. Because of the hatchback, it is very versatile. It has a very sporty feel to it. The handling is very tight. I like the way the clutch and the manual transmission shift. Reminds me of my old Ford Contour SVT. And of course, these cars came in the SVT also. But it's been a pretty smooth rider. It is a European-based car, so it does have road noise like most European cars do, or Korean cars do. But the engine, for the most part, is fairly quiet for 2002 standards. Wind noise is very little. This is a very aerodynamic 22-year-old car. But when you do that type of deliveries I do on the side, you want something that is compact, because one, you want something low in maintenance, low in gas, because that's your overhead, and two, because you go down so many of these crazy driveways which are super narrow in someone's backyard, you don't have a lot of room to turn around. So that's the advantage of having a compact car doing what I do. If you're going to get this car, if you can find someone that was like mine, one owner, get it. especially if it's got a manual transmission. I'm about to hit 200,000 miles on this, and there's no reason why I can't not get another 100,000 miles out of this engine. Now, the automatic transmissions on Fords are very hit or miss. I mean, if you maintain them and do your fluid changes and your automatic transmission filter changes, you can get a lot of miles out of it, assuming Ford did their job right building automatic transmissions. If the owner was sketchy on the maintenance, I would avoid it, because I've had enough Fords. I've had 9, I think the most of any car manufacturer. You're going to run into headaches. But a manual transmission, ain't nothing like a manual transmission anyway. So if you got any questions, let me know. I'm already almost home. I'm at 99,998 miles. She got her new shoes on. I did some gig work this morning. I think I'll take the rest of the day off. It is unseasonably warm here in New York today. It is October 25th and it's 70 degrees. Tomorrow and Friday, it's going to be 75 and 74 on Saturday. So I am going to enjoy it. The only thing I wish I had in this car, really 2 things. I kind of wish I had the original radio for nostalgic reasons. And the other thing I wish I had too was a sunroof, because I love my sunroofs. You see my video, you know I love my Jeep convertibles, my soft tops, so I love my sunroofs. But this is a work car only, so for a work car, I don't really care about a sunroof, even though I enjoy it. Or the other interior, it's a work car. You buy what you can under budget, and you try to spend less in gas and maintenance as possible. But I did have one hiccup the other day. I had a stress fracture on my back passenger tire, to the point where I actually lost the tire. Pulled over and the tire is missing. Thank God I pulled over on very soft, wet grass. No damage to the braking system or the suspension. Had it towed. They did everything for free for me, because they're the last ones to rotate the tires. And so, credit to Healy Brothers, they took care of me once again. And not only did they give me a new rim and lug nuts and studs for free, they even valeted my car home to me. Thank you, Healy Brothers. I've been doing business over 22 years with them for a reason. That's it right there. They do take care of the customers. But you got to do your job and maintain your cars. So, overall, if you're looking at an old convertible, something that's fun and sporty, but you may not have the money for a Honda Civic, which I really love, especially with a stick shift, or a Corolla, if you can find one to stick, this is a great option. These things are fun to drive, and they're practical, and they don't cost a lot to maintain either. So I have no complaints for the first 25,000 miles of my Ford Focus driving career. None whatsoever. The radio system is pretty decent. I'm at 199,999. Oh well. I'll crack 200,000 next time. But the engine is sound. The transmission is sound. The clutch may be a tad high, but the dealer said, don't worry about it. When it goes, it goes. We'll let you know when they recommend replacing it. But like I said, if you need a cheap alternative to a Civic or Corolla, you don't have a lot of money, and if you can drive stick, you want this car. Or if you want automatic, make sure you find one that was maintained, and you might as well bring a mechanic with you to run a scan test to make sure that it was maintained. Unless the unless you got paperwork like I did with this car and you could prove that the automatic transmission was kept, then I would get one. And by the way, here's what the radio looks like. Pioneer radio, nothing fancy. Doesn't even have the XM connection to it, but I get that through my phone anyway, through Bluetooth, so it's not a big deal. As you can see, back seats. This car was garage kept because you saw what New York road salt winters did to my old Jeep Wrangler, which I miss very much. And how rusty I got this. And every mechanic I bring this to, even the guys who valeted my car home who were young kids, like, how's this thing been for you, man? We don't see many of these, and it looks great. And I told them why, and I told them what happened. And I was like, yeah, if you can find one, since you can drive stick shift, obviously, you might want to pick one up. Same thing with the tire guy at Mavis Tires. He was like, I've seen a lot of Focuses old I have. And this thing has hardly any rust in it. And the previous owner took care of it. So, dashboard is basically pretty simple, straightforward, which is what I like. Your AC controls, climate controls, straightforward. Here's your reverse thing right here, which I like. I have my Gladiator right now. Silver Force Metallic. That's the other thing I like about the car. I don't care too much for the color. To me, silver is the color you buy when you can't figure out what color you want. But for a work car, I don't care. Anyway, let me know if you get any questions. We'll talk to you later.